You walk into a coffee shop. The smell is amazing. You can see all these delicious drinks behind the counter. You are excited to order. But then you get to the front of the line and suddenly your heart starts racing. The barista looks at you with a smile and says, "Hi, what can I get for you?" And your mind goes completely blank. You know what you want, you can see it right there on the menu, but you do not know how to say it in English. So you do what you always do. You point at the menu board and say, "This one, please." The barista nods, but you feel embarrassed. You feel like a tourist. You feel like everyone in line behind you knows you do not belong here.
Or maybe you try to order, but you say it wrong. You ask for a big coffee instead of a large coffee. Or you forget to say if you want it hot or iced. The barista has to ask you 3 follow-up questions, and you feel flustered and embarrassed. By the time you get your drink, you just want to leave.
Does this sound familiar? Do you avoid ordering in English because it feels too stressful?
If you are nodding right now, we want you to know something important. You are not alone. Ordering coffee in English is one of the most common anxiety-inducing situations for English learners. And it is not because your English is bad. It is because coffee shop ordering has its own special vocabulary and customs that nobody teaches you.
Exactly. Think about it. In English class, you learned how to say, "I would like a coffee." But in a real coffee shop, native speakers do not say it that way. They use completely different phrases, different sizes, different terms. And if you do not know those terms, you feel lost and confused.
But here is the great news. Once you learn the system, ordering coffee becomes easy and natural. And that is exactly what we are going to teach you today.
Hi everyone, I am Alex.
And I am Emma. Welcome back to our channel, where we help you speak English confidently in real-life situations.
Today, we are going to teach you exactly how to order coffee like a native speaker. No more pointing, no more confusion, just clear, confident ordering.
So here is what we are going to cover today. First, we are going to teach you the natural phrases that native speakers use when they order coffee. These are completely different from textbook English.
Then, we will explain the coffee shop vocabulary you need to know, sizes, types of milk, hot versus iced, and all the customization options.
After that, we will show you the exact order structure, what to say first, what to say second, what to say third. We will break it down step by step.
We will also practice complete ordering dialogues together, teach you how to handle questions from the barista, and show you what to say when you pick up your order.
And finally, we will cover common mistakes to avoid and give you a practice challenge.
This is going to be super practical and fun, so let us jump right in.
But before we start, if you want to feel confident in everyday English situations like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now.
Yes, we post practical lessons every week to help you speak English naturally and confidently. Subscribing is completely free and really helps us continue making these lessons. Okay, let us learn how to order coffee like a local. All right, so let us start by talking about why ordering coffee in English is so difficult for learners.
Great question, Alex, and I think there are several important reasons. First, coffee shop English is its own special category. It has unique vocabulary, unique sizes, unique terminology that you just don't learn in regular English classes.
Exactly. Think about it. In most countries, you order a small, medium, or large coffee. Simple, right? But in many English-speaking countries, especially at places like Starbucks, the sizes are called tall, grande, and venti. Those are not even English words. Tall is English, but grande is Spanish and venti is Italian. How are you supposed to know that?
Right, and that is just the beginning. Then you have all the different types of coffee drinks: latte, cappuccino, americano, macchiato, flat white, cold brew, espresso. If you are not a coffee expert, these words can be really confusing.
And then you add in all the customization options. What kind of milk do you want? Do you want it hot or iced? Do you want sugar? Do you want whipped cream? How many shots of espresso? By the time you get through all these options, your head is spinning.
Exactly. And the second reason this is difficult is speed and pressure. Coffee shops are usually busy, especially in the morning. There are people in line behind you, the barista is waiting for your order. You feel rushed. And when you are under pressure, it is so much harder to speak in a second language.
That is such an important point. The anxiety of feeling rushed makes your English disappear. Your brain freezes and you just want to get it over with as quickly as possible.
Right. And the third reason is that native speakers order coffee very casually and quickly. They don't say, "Excuse me, I would like to purchase one medium coffee, please." They say something like, "Can I get a medium coffee?" or even just "medium coffee, please." It's fast and casual, and if you are not used to that style, it can be hard to understand and copy.
Absolutely. And here's an analogy I think explains this perfectly. Ordering coffee in English is like learning a dance. You can read about the steps in a book, but until you actually practice the rhythm and the flow, it doesn't feel natural.
I love that analogy. And just like a dance, once you practice the steps a few times, it becomes automatic. You don't have to think about it anymore, you just do it naturally.
Exactly. And that is what we are going to do today. We are going to teach you the steps, the rhythm, the exact flow of ordering coffee. By the end of this lesson, you will know the dance by heart.
So let's start learning the steps right now.
All right, let us start with the most important thing, the natural phrases that native speakers use to order. In textbook English, you learn to say, "I would like," but in real coffee shops, native speakers rarely say that. They use much more casual phrases.
Right. The most common phrase is "can I get" or "can I have." For example, "Can I get a large coffee?" or "Can I have a cappuccino?" This is the phrase you will hear most often. Repeat after me. Can I get a large coffee?
Good. Now repeat, "Can I have a cappuccino?"
Perfect. Another super common phrase is "I will take" or "I will have." For example, "I will take a medium latte" or "I will have an iced coffee." Repeat. I will take a medium latte.
And repeat, "I will have an iced coffee."
Great. Now you can also make it even more casual by just stating what you want without a full sentence structure. For example, you can say, "Large coffee, please," or "Iced latte, please." This is very natural and common. Repeat. Large coffee, please.
Perfect. So now that you know how to start your order, let us talk about coffee sizes. In most American coffee shops, you have 3 sizes: small, medium, and large. Easy, right?
Yes, but at Starbucks and some other chains, they use different names. Instead of small, they say tall. Instead of medium, they say grande. And instead of large, they say venti. So if you are at Starbucks, you would say, "Can I get a grande latte?" Repeat. Can I get a grande latte?
And repeat, "I will have a venti coffee."
Good. But honestly, if you are not sure about the Starbucks sizes, you can still say small, medium, or large, and the barista will understand you. They might correct you politely, but they will know what you mean.
Exactly. Okay, now let us talk about types of coffee drinks. This is really important vocabulary. Let us start with the basics.
The most basic is just coffee, which usually means regular drip coffee or brewed coffee. You can say, "Can I get a large coffee?" That is simple black coffee. Repeat, "Can I get a coffee?"
An Americano is espresso shots with hot water. It tastes similar to regular coffee but is made differently. Can I have an Americano? Repeat, "Can I have an Americano?"
A latte is espresso with steamed milk. It is smooth and creamy. I will take a latte. Repeat, I will take a latte.
A cappuccino is espresso with steamed milk and foam on top. It has less milk than a latte. Can I get a cappuccino? Repeat, "Can I get a cappuccino?"
A macchiato is espresso with just a little bit of milk. It is stronger than a latte. I will have a macchiato. Repeat, I will have a macchiato.
An espresso is just a shot of strong, concentrated coffee. You can order a single shot or a double shot. Can I get a double espresso? Repeat, "Can I get a double espresso?"
Cold brew is coffee that has been brewed with cold water over a long time. It is smooth and less acidic. Can I have a cold brew? Repeat, can I have a cold brew?
And iced coffee is regular coffee served over ice. Very simple and refreshing. I will take an iced coffee. Repeat, I will take an iced coffee.
Great! Now let us talk about milk options. This is where you can customize your drink. The barista might ask you, what kind of milk do you want?
The most common options are whole milk, which is regular full-fat milk, 2% milk, which has less fat, skim milk or non-fat milk, which has no fat, and then there are non-dairy options like almond milk, oat milk, soy milk, and coconut milk.
For example, you could say, can I get a latte with oat milk? Or, I will have a cappuccino with almond milk. Repeat, can I get a latte with oat milk?
And repeat, I will have a cappuccino with skim milk.
Perfect. Now let us talk about hot versus iced. If you do not specify, the barista will usually assume you want your drink hot. But if you want it iced, you need to say so.
Right, you say iced before the drink name. For example, can I get an iced latte? Or, I will have an iced Americano. Repeat, can I get an iced latte?
And repeat, I will have an iced cappuccino.
Good. Now let us talk about other customizations. You can add flavor shots like vanilla, caramel, hazelnut, or mocha. You say, can I get a latte with vanilla? Or, I will have a mocha.
You can also ask for extra shots of espresso. Can I get a latte with an extra shot? Or, can I add an extra shot to that? Repeat, can I get a latte with an extra shot?
You can ask for whipped cream. Can I get whipped cream on that? Or, with whipped cream, please. Repeat, with whipped cream, please.
And you can specify how much sugar or sweetener you want. Can I get 2 sugars in that? Or, no sugar, please. Repeat, no sugar, please.
All right, now let us put it all together with the complete order structure. Here is the order. First, say what size you want. Second, say if you want it hot or iced. Third, say what type of drink. Fourth, add any customizations. Fifth, say please.
Let me give you an example. Can I get a large iced latte with oat milk and 1 pump of vanilla, please? See the order, size, iced, drink type, milk, flavor, please.
Perfect. Let me try one. I will have a medium cappuccino with an extra shot, please. Size, drink type, customization, please.
Excellent. Now let us practice some complete dialogues. I will be the barista, and Alex, you be the customer. Ready?
Ready.
Hi, welcome to our coffee shop. What can I get for you today?
Hi, can I get a large iced coffee with almond milk, please?
Sure. Would you like any sugar or sweetener in that?
Yes, can I get 2 sugars, please?
Absolutely. Anything else for you today?
No, that's it, thank you.
Great. That will be $4.50. Can I get a name for the order?
Yes, it is Alex.
Perfect, Alex. Your drink will be ready in just a moment.
Thank you.
Great. See how natural that was? The barista asked follow-up questions and I answered them clearly and politely. Now let us switch roles. Alex, you be the barista.
Sure. Hi there. What can I get started for you?
Hi, I will have a medium latte, please.
Great. Hot or iced?
Hot, please.
Perfect. Would you like any flavor in that latte?
Yes, can I get 1 pump of vanilla?
Absolutely. Anything else today?
No, that is all. Thank you.
Okay, your total is $4.25, and can I get a name for the order?
Emma.
Perfect, Emma. We will call your name when it's ready.
Great, thank you.
Excellent dialogue, Emma. Now, let me teach you some important follow-up questions that baristas commonly ask, so you know how to respond.
Yes, one common question is, hot or iced? Simply answer, hot please or iced please.
Another common question is, what size? Answer with small, medium, large, or, if you are at Starbucks, tall, grande, or venti.
They might ask, what kind of milk? Answer with your milk preference, whole milk, almond milk, oat milk, whatever you want.
They might ask room for cream. This means, do you want them to leave space at the top of your cup so you can add your own cream? Answer, yes please, or no thank you.
They might ask for here or to go. This means, are you staying in the coffee shop or taking it with you? Answer, for here if you are staying, or to go if you are leaving.
And almost always they will ask, can I get a name for the order? Just say your first name clearly. it is Alex, or my name is Emma.
Now let us talk about what to say when you pick up your order. When your drink is ready, the barista will usually call out your name and the drink. You walk up to the counter and say, "Thank you," or "Thanks so much." You can also double check by asking, "Is this the medium latte?" just to make sure.
Right, and if something is wrong with your order, you can politely say, "I am sorry, but I think this might be the wrong drink. I ordered an iced latte, not a hot one."
Exactly. Coffee shop workers are usually very friendly and happy to help. Don't be afraid to speak up if something is wrong.
And here's a pro tip. If you are a regular customer at a coffee shop, you can start building a relationship with the baristas. Learn their names, be friendly, and they will remember you and your order. You might eventually hear, "Hey, the usual today?"
That is when you have made it. You officially sound like you live there.
All right, everyone, let us do a quick review of the most important phrases and vocabulary from today's lesson.
Yes, so remember, the most natural way to order is to say, "Can I get?" or "I will have." Repeat, "Can I get a large coffee?"
For sizes, use small, medium, large. Or at Starbucks, tall, grande, venti. Repeat, "Can I get a grande latte?"
Common drinks: coffee, Americano, latte, cappuccino, macchiato, espresso, cold brew, iced coffee. Repeat, "I will have a cappuccino."
Milk options: whole milk, 2% milk, skim milk, almond milk, oat milk, soy milk. Repeat, "Can I get oat milk in that?"
Say iced before the drink name if you want it cold. Repeat, "Can I get an iced latte?"
The order structure is size, hot or iced, drink type, customizations, please. Repeat, "Can I get a medium iced coffee with 2 sugars, please?"
When they ask for your name, just say your first name clearly. When you pick up your order, say, "Thank you."
And if something is wrong, politely say, "I think this might be the wrong order. I ordered..."
Follow these steps and you will sound natural and confident every single time.
Okay, now it is time for your practice challenge. We want you to create your own coffee order right now using everything you learned today.
Yes, pause this video and say your order out loud. Include the size, hot or iced, the type of drink, and any customizations. Make it as detailed as you want.
And here is the second part of your challenge. In the comments below, write your perfect coffee order in English. Use the natural phrases and vocabulary we taught you today.
For example, you could write, "Can I get a large iced latte with almond milk and 1 pump of caramel, please?" Be creative. Tell us your dream coffee order.
We will read every comment and tell you if your order sounds natural. This is your chance to practice before you walk into a real coffee shop.
All right, before we finish, let us talk about some common mistakes that English learners make when ordering coffee.
Yes. Mistake number 1, saying "I want" instead of "can I get" or "I will have." Saying "I want a coffee" is not wrong grammatically, but it sounds a bit demanding and childish. Native speakers use more polite, indirect phrases.
Exactly. Mistake number 2, forgetting to say if you want it hot or iced. If you just say, "Can I get a latte?" the barista will assume you want it hot. But if you want it iced, you must say iced latte. Otherwise, you will get a hot drink and have to correct it.
Good point. Mistake number 3, confusing the size names at Starbucks. Remember, tall is actually the smallest size, not the largest. It is tall, grande, venti, from small to large. This confuses a lot of people, even native speakers.
Right. Mistake number 4, being too quiet or unclear when you order. Coffee shops can be noisy. You need to speak clearly and loudly enough for the barista to hear you. Do not mumble or whisper your order.
Mistake number 5, not listening when the barista asks follow-up questions. They might ask about milk, sugar, size, hot or cold. Pay attention and answer each question clearly. If you do not understand the question, it is okay to say, "I am sorry, can you repeat that?"
And mistake number 6, forgetting to say please and thank you. Baristas work hard and deal with hundreds of customers every day. Being polite makes their day better and makes you look like a respectful, friendly person.
Great point, Emma. Politeness always matters, especially in service situations.
All right, everyone, we have reached the end of this lesson, and we want to take a moment to celebrate your progress.
You just learned how to order coffee like a native speaker. This might seem like a small thing, but it is actually huge. Being able to confidently order in everyday situations is what fluency is all about.
Exactly. Fluency is not about giving perfect speeches or writing perfect essays. Fluency is about handling real-life situations with confidence and ease. And now you can walk into any coffee shop in an English-speaking country and order without hesitation or fear.
And here is what we want you to remember. Every small victory matters. Every time you successfully order something in English, every time you have a short conversation with a cashier or a barista, you are building your confidence and your skills.
So don't underestimate the importance of what you learned today. The next time you order coffee in English, you are going to feel different. You are going to feel prepared. You are going to feel confident. You're not going to point at the menu anymore.
You are going to speak clearly, naturally, and confidently, and that is going to feel amazing.
We are so proud of you for being here, for learning, for pushing yourself to improve. You are doing incredible work.
Keep going, keep practicing, and keep believing in yourself.
Okay, before you go, we need 2 things from you. First, if you found this lesson helpful and practical, please hit that like button. It really helps us reach more English learners who need lessons like this.
And second, we have a fun challenge for you in the comments. We want you to write your dream coffee order using the phrases and vocabulary from today's lesson. Be as creative and detailed as you want.
For example, mine would be, can I get a grande iced vanilla latte with almond milk, light ice, and extra foam, please? What is yours?
Tell us in the comments. And if you have ever had a funny or embarrassing experience ordering coffee in English, share that story too. We would love to hear it.
We read every single comment, so don't be shy. Share your coffee order with us right now.
All right, everyone, that is it for today's lesson. Thank you so much for learning with us.
Yes, now go out there and order your coffee with confidence. No more pointing at the menu. You've got this.
Until next time, keep speaking with confidence, not perfection.
Bye, everyone. Enjoy your coffee.
See you in the next lesson.